Live. Video 2 update. So we're a lot more consistent this time around than we've been in the past. Really trying to build up the viewership, trying to get to 4,000 hours played within the last 12 months. So here we are back at it. For video 2, we're gonna be talking about back day in the gym with a compromised back, right? I have put out a back day version 1 when this was like really at the peak of my rehabilitation state. I'm very far removed from that now. So jumping right in, exercise 1. This is the back bends, okay? Assisted lower back specific. This is like the core exercise that I use to build up a lot of strength in my back. I always kind of preach to everybody this concept of like building up the muscles around the actual herniation. So this is what really helped me do that, and also gives a super awesome hamstring stretch. I recommended this to one of the viewers last time. It was like a great exercise to do to build up that lower back strength. Jumping into exercise 2 is going to be the pull downs. So the thing with pull downs is obviously these are weighted pull downs, and this is at a stage where I feel very comfortable. There's not a lot of pressure on my back. I'm wearing a belt, so there's a lot of abdominal pressure. I don't feel like I'm overexerting myself. You can see that the reps are extremely controlled. A lot of tension, time under tension on the actual muscle. And we're sticking to this concept of trying to shoot for anywhere between 30 to 45 seconds per set. Really slow, controlled reps that are designed for muscle stimulation. I guess to preface this entire video, it's really gonna boil down to what are your current goals with your current back situation, right? I'm at a stage now where I am healed in the lower back area, okay? The disc is not causing any pain, it's not causing any issues down my left leg, no issues in my hip either. So my number one goal is to create muscle mass, to create size, to create strength. Well, relative strength, obviously. And I'm trying to preserve my muscles as I'm in my cut. As an update to that, there's only 11 days left before the photo shoot. So the photo shoot is gonna be on the 30th, and we are obviously gonna be continuing the diet. This is like one of the hardest weeks of said diet. We're anywhere from 17 to 1800 calories per day, okay? And macros look like 240 protein, between 50, 60 grams of fat, and lastly, under 50 grams of carbs. When most of the carbs coming from directly in the morning for my training, which is usually around, I do cardio at 6 and train around 7 o'clock. Okay, third exercise is gonna be rows. So again, like, even if you have a compromised back, right, you can see that the pad is in the front of the chest, okay? You're not straining over. A lot of times you see guys do rows, guys or girls, they do rows, and it's with a Smith machine or it's with a barbell. If that's the case, like, there's nothing that's really protecting your back from, leaning forward too much over, right? Putting so much pressure on that actual disc. Whereas like if you're using the pad, you only need to concentrate on just actual contraction. That's it. It's just contract, hold, pause, and then down. And then it's just like this really nice flowy motion. You don't really see me jerking it. I'm just simply, well, it's getting heavy. 3 plates is obviously up there, relative. When I'm not in diet mode and I'm much juicier and thicker and I've got about 20 extra pounds, I'm usually up to like 4 or 5 plates, and it's not so difficult. But for some reason, 3 when you're on the diet is, whoo, it's hard. Okay, so fourth exercise is gonna be, again, another pulling variation. Here I'm seriously prioritizing my rear delts and not so much my lats, but my upper back. I'm just really trying to target my lats and my upper back. Just really, and you can see that my grip is like this. It's not like this. If I go like this, I feel like I'm getting a better lat contraction versus if I'm here, it's really upper back based. and I'm really hitting my rear delts, which is a muscle part that seems to be missed by a lot of bodybuilders in my opinion. So I'm trying to really prioritize those rear delts. And you can see from my form and from like, I guess the striations, I'm probably around, I mean, I hope I'm around like 8 to 7% body fat at this stage. I had a little hiccup this weekend where I had a lot of digestive issues. As I said in that first video, the number one thing that I have issues with right now is actually just digestion and all the supplementation around making sure that I'm digesting things and processing things well. If you do a full week of under 50 grams of carbs and then you ramp everything up to 400 grams of carbs, you're gonna run into a lot of issues. And I still had salad in the mix, so greens in general are very hit or miss with me. So like the only greens that I'm processing this week is I'm doing a combination. It'll be chicken, tuna, and salmon. Those are the 3 protein sources. And then the only vegetable source I have is just asparagus. 50 grams of asparagus per day with 5 grams of olive oil. So not exactly the most satiating, like you're gonna be hungry. This is straight, I won't say starvation mode, but you know, 5-6 meals a day, like you're gonna be hungry. There's no way around it. So there's ways to obviously get around the hunger, which I can talk about in another video if you guys are curious, but I'm gonna stick to the point here, which is back day. So moving on to one of the final exercises, I believe this is a focus on rear delts. And this is our spin on rear delts, not necessarily our spin. I saw this on Antoine Vaillant's channel. You can see that we do 10 regular reps, and then we go to 10 pulsing reps that are kind of like an outstretched motion. And then we do 10 close pulsation reps. And then in finality, you do a static hold for really as long as you can. Typically it's like 10 seconds because you're really doing close to 30 reps plus an additional 10 seconds of a static hold. You're looking at, you know, a set time of, I mean, if a normal one takes a minute, you're probably looking at like around like 2 minutes. This is a 2-minute long set, and we do 3 of these. So you go from, most people will probably do 10 to 12 per set. They're getting around like 30 reps. We're aiming for like around 100-ish, like 90 to 100 reps within this set. So this really, really eviscerates your rear delts and gets you like primed as like a finisher for the rest of the workout. But yeah, with most pull days, we try to include at least like 1 to 2 bicep movements. On this particular day, I know that with like the carbs being lower, energy being not where it usually is, this is like in the final end of like a photo shoot or like a peak week, you know, you're really kind of struggling for energy towards like the end here. I think we finish it off and then we move into a couple quick bicep sets, but nothing too crazy. So I'm trying to see if there's anything else I want to mention about this rear delt movement. I'd like to see in the comments, like if you guys, do you guys do rear delts like this? Do you do a normal 10 to 12 structure, or do you do like a burnout pulsating structure? It'd be interesting to find out. But yeah, so in finality here, we're gonna finish up with some biceps. Straight hammer curls, again, shooting for real clean reps. For this specific exercise, I don't recommend you do this if you have a sensitive back right now, or if you're having any inflammation on the spine that's causing like nerve pressure down your left side. There is a bit of swinging motion to this. Going back to this entire video, long as you're supported with a pad on your chest, or there's some sort of support structure where you can only focus on the muscle group, then you should be good. You should still be good to do that. So like the way you could alter this exercise is you simply sit down. You sit down, you plant your legs, and you dig your back, and you retract your spine, and then you're going straight into the motion. If you want to go one at a time, that's fine, no issue there. But by standing up, you're making it a little bit more dangerous, causing a little bit more potential inflammation than necessary. But what standing up allows you to do is go a little bit heavier, in my opinion. So here I think we got up to, I can't see the weights, but decent challenging weights. Nothing like, you know, outside of the ordinary, but decent enough to challenge. Something I wouldn't be able to do if I was sitting down. So that's pretty much it for the back day. I think the main points that I want to hit with everybody is, if you're going to do a back day and you have a compromised disc, make sure that you have something to to rest up against, okay? Like understand your main purpose, right? Is it to build muscle? Great. If it is in case to build muscle, you can do those things. If it's simply to provide some strength around the actual herniation itself, then you might need to readjust how you're going to be exercising in the gym. And for those of you who are waiting for those gyms to open, this video is for you. Try it out. Videos, the gyms are going to be open soon. They are in Hong Kong, so I hope it, extends out to the rest of the world. Stay tuned. We've done leg day. We've done back now. We're going to move to chest, shoulders, and then maybe some side things as well. Something that everybody can do despite their disc herniation. So see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe all the videos. Bye-bye.